Now look on your side. On your left.
Getting stars for 110 years. This current version has been going on for 61 years, as we've been doing this version as it's been going since July 15, 1964. But we first opened our doors March 15, 19...
We're going on the right. Okay, bye, love you. Okay.
400 acres we'll be exploring today, and we're also really busy with production in the studio. That means during the tour, you're gonna see this show up on your screens a few times. When you see that, it means we're driving really close to active filming, and they've asked me to turn... Great, you'll probably never see them again. But that's okay, you don't know them. Here's a great chance to meet some people. Let's meet our co-host. You'll recognize him from TV shows like The Tonight Show, hosted by Jimmy Fallon, or That's My Jam on NBC, hosted by Jimmy Fallon. Here he is. His name is... Jimmy Fallon. That's right, you did it.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You got the very best guide.
Rayon.
And the greatest driver.
Mike.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Rayon
owes me $5.
What?
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Thanks, Jimmy. That's right. There's a few rules we should all follow whilst on the tour. First, if you have any emergencies or require assistance, be it a medical emergency, you drop an item of value off the side of the tram, or you have any audio or video issues, reach up and pull on the red cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I will be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please sit down and remain seated, keeping heads, arms, and legs inside the vehicle. The studio is private property, so if at any point during the tour you drop your phone or you really need to use the restroom, pull on the red cord and I will assist you, but do remain seated and inside the tram at all times. What? No, please, no smoking of any kind during the tour. And be prepared, the tour features loud sound effects, fire effects, sudden tram movement, so hang on and hold on to your belongings, and many water effects. You'll want to have your cameras out and ready, but make sure to keep them away from the water so they don't get wet. And for your safety and the safety of those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while on the tour. We're taking you into the studio through the Universal movie timeline. Here you can see a small sampling of the over 8,000 movies we've made right here in our over 110 years of filmmaking history. Carl Laemmle founded our studio in 1912 back in the East Coast, and then moved it here March 15, 1915. And we've been here ever since, making movies, TV shows, building our own theme park, which we're still doing to this day. Next year, we're opening Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift right here on the hill. And we're also located in our own incorporated city called Universal City, California, which is why here on the right, you'll see part of our fire department, Fire Station 51. We also have our own medical offices, sheriff substation, post office, and zip code. Everything a city needs to be a city. We're making our way down to the first section of the studio, known as the front lot. The front lot is where most of our sound stages are located. And those buildings are where most of our filming takes place. They are giant warehouse-like spaces with padded walls where we can control lighting effects, weather effects, sound, and build any kind of set you can imagine. Our older sound stages are about 98% soundproof. The newer ones are 99.9% soundproof, but not quite 100% yet. The first soundstage you're gonna see is right in front of us. They're gonna be on the left-hand side. That is Soundstage 12, one of the largest and oldest single sound stages in the studio. Being one of the oldest, this building has been used for incredible productions. For example, it was used as Dr. Frankenstein's lab. It was Dracula's castle. Scarface's mansion. All of these scenes on your screens were filmed right inside of that building on the left. And it's large enough in there that we can build sets that look like they are outside, inside of the building, like Whoville from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, or even this Hawaiian resort from the movie Couples Retreat, which was built in there with the pool and everything. You can also see what it looks like when it doesn't have a set inside of it. And all the sound stages look like this, they just vary a little in size and shape. And we might have the chance to see some of our sound stages with the doors open here on the left, because again, there's a lot of active production in the studio. So here on the left, you're gonna see sound stages 9, 10, and 11. These were recently used for season 2 of the TV show Ted, based on the movies Ted and Ted 2 with the animated teddy bear played by Seth MacFarlane, who also produces the show along with Universal Content Productions. They're done filming now, so right now sound stages 9 and 10 are getting ready for a highly confidential production I can't tell you anything about. But you can see in there, they're building the sets right now for that as we speak. The next door, we have sound stages 7 and 8. They're also building sets in here. For this one, I can tell you what it is. They're working on the final season of the TV show Bel-Air, the 4th and final season. Right now they're building the Bel-Air Academy, the Banks family mansion, and all the main sets that are used for that show. That airs on Peacock, starring Jabari Banks and Ali Sholaton. It's our modern take on the sitcom from the 90s, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And again, they're about to start filming the 4th and final season, so right now they're building all the sets for that. These 3 sound stages, 7, 8, and 14, were also recently used for season 4 of the TV show Hacks, starring Hannah Einbinder and Jean Smart. They recently got a Golden Globe for Best Comedy for that show, and Jean Smart has 3 Emmys for that show, 1 for each season as lead actress in it. 14 here, now on the left, was also used as Mission Control in the movie Apollo 13, directed by Ron Howard. It was Mount Crumpit for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and it's also where we filmed all the mobile lab scenes for the Lost World Jurassic Park. And if you've seen that movie, there's this scene here where a dinosaur pushes the mobile lab off a cliff. This cliff is not a cliff at all. It's just the parking structure to the left of Soundstage 14. We decorated it with artificial rocks, artificial trees, even a fake waterfall to make it look like the jungle. But this way, everything was filmed safely right here in the studio. On the right-hand side, we're gonna see sound stages 16, 17, 18, and 19, as well as construction for Halloween Horror Nights already. But 16 and 17, oh, they're filming right now. I'll see you in a bit. that door, if that light is on, spinning, or flashing, means they're filming. They're filming season 3 of the TV show Loot in Sound Stages 16 and 17, starring Maya Rudolph. Here on the left is the base camp for that production. That's where they park all the trailers for the stars, the hair and makeup truck, and the costume truck. Sound Stages 18 and 19 are used for Suits LA. They're also filming in the studio. 19 was also used as the Oval Office in the movie Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan, our latest Academy Award winner for Best Picture. On the left there, Ted, the teddy bear. All these buildings behind him used to be permanent dressing rooms to the stars back in the golden era of film. But today, these are some of our production offices. This is where we house Illumination Entertainment, the company that brought you Despicable Me, The Minions, The Secret Life of Pets, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. Death Row Pictures just moved in here. That's Snoop Dogg's production company. Also, Working Title Films is here. They made the movie The Substance with Demi Moore. And Mark Platt Productions is housed here as well. They've made movies like Legally Blonde, La La Land, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and the movie musical Wicked Part 1, starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. The sequel, Wicked for Good, comes out this November, and they also produced the original musical on Broadway over 20 years ago. And if you know the original Broadway musical for Wicked, you'll recognize their office. Coming up on the left, they're one of the offices that's a little further in there on the left. It's building 5162, and it still has the original logo for Wicked painted on a globe by the entrance. Also coming up on the left, building 5195, that used to be Alfred Hitchcock's office. You can see his logo is still painted on the wall next to the door. He was known as the master of suspense for his work directing movies, depending on what's going on and what production is working here. Now, with all those productions, a lot of incredible directors have worked here, like Ron Howard, Steven Spielberg, Michael Bay, and the incomparable Peter Jackson, director of the 2005 version of the movie King Kong.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was 8 months old. I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times.
We are now approaching Skull Island. As we make our way in, I'd like to remind you to please remain seated, keeping heads, arms, and legs inside the vehicle. Hang on to your belongings, hold on, and if you are planning on taking any pictures or video in here, I highly recommend you turn off the flash on your cameras. We do not want to scare any of the potentially dangerous creatures that live here. Now you can start getting your 3D glasses ready, and welcome to Skull Island. 360 3D is one of the world's largest 3D experiences, with screens that are over 40 feet tall and over 180 feet wide. This attraction was designed by Peter Jackson and his production team at Weta FX. And they have 7 Academy Awards for their work creating special effects for movies like King Kong, Avatar, Avatar The Way of Water, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the live-action Jungle Book movie, and the Hobbit trilogy as well. Now we're going to be driving by the Metro sets again, and as I mentioned earlier, they were recently filming season 2 of the TV show Ted. For that show, they turned this entire area into 1990s Boston. So I want to show you some scenes from season 1 so you can take a little behind the scenes look at the show.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, TED. It's a prequel series set in 1993. And that means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day, using exterior sets and facades you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, TED is intended for mature audiences only.
For Movie Monster, I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies, but I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid. My world that I come from is skateboarding and graffiti and comic books. You always have to pay homage to where that art form started. And for me, it started getting stuff in the street illegally, tagging billboards and dumpsters. And without that, I never would be here using spray paint like this.
Now on the left, there's a little bit of active production. Sound stages 30, 31, and 34, which is actually just storage, are used for The Voice, and they're in the middle of their newest season right now. They film right there in sound stages 30 and 31. You can see the logo painted on the corner of soundstage 30.
Hey, what's up, Studio Tour? It's Kelsey Ballerini.
And I am John Legend from The Voice. Now we shoot our show right here in stage 31, one of the newest stages on the line.
These state-of-the-art sound stages allow us to bring our show to life, from the blind to the lives and everything in between.
Everyone's talking about the new Voice Coaches, even the new Voice Coaches.
You see that gorgeous face in here? We missed you, man.
Go on.
I'm here to put these boys in their place.
That was a big night.
So that's how it's going to be. The Voice, Monday on NBC and Peacock.
Sound stages 32 and 33 are currently home to Reba McEntire's new sitcom Happy's Place, and they were also used for Academy Award winner Jordan Peele's latest films, the movie Us with Lupita Nyong'o, and the more. Right there is where we filmed Creature from the Black Lagoon. That movie celebrated its 70th anniversary last year, but we've been making monster movies like this one for well over 100 years, and most of them filmed in this next area we're going to visit. This is Little Europe, and this is where the monster movie genre was born. Frankenstein, Dracula, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man, The Wolfman, The Phantom of the Opera, The Mummy, and countless other monster classics since the 1920s, all filmed right here. But these were also, way more recently, the main sets to one of my favorite TV shows ever, the TV show The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
I'm gonna pause it here for a second. You see that yogurt shop on your screen? Says yogurt in 3 different languages. That set is gonna be right on top of the hill in the middle of the street where that group is standing. For a scene like this one, we have to bring out signage, tables, chairs, landscaping, lampposts, lighting, background vehicles, background actors, all sorts of decorations, sometimes even trash, so that our usually empty sets can look like a real neighborhood where people live and work every day, which is what they're doing in the Metro sets for Suits LA right now.
I can't risk going to the bad place.
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
If you've seen The Good Place, you'll recognize all the sets we're driving through and many of the sets in the studio. If you haven't seen The Good Place, I can't recommend it enough. As I said, it's one of my favorite TV shows ever. I do not get paid extra to say that, it actually is. And the entire series is on Netflix now. The show was created by Mike Schur, who's known for writing, creating, and producing other great shows like The Office, Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. His newest show, A Man on the Inside, also stars Ted Danson, also filmed here in the studio, and season 1 is also on Netflix now. Now, as we leave Little Europe, as I mentioned, these sets are mainly known for our classic monster movies, but they were also turned into the fictional country of Genovia for the movie Princess Diaries 2, A Royal Engagement with Julie Andrews, Anne Hathaway, and Chris Pine. They were used as the storybook setting to the movie musical Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston, and they appeared as assorted Caribbean islands throughout the Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean movie franchise. Recently, Ariana Grande filmed portions of her short film Brighter Days Ahead here as well. The black and white portion that pays homage to Frankenstein, all filmed in the same set that Frankenstein filmed. Today, they've been letting us drive through one of our sound stages, and as we make our way in, I do want to remind you, because as soon as we exit this soundstage, we'll be in the first part of the big quiet zone. So I want to remind you to please remain seated at all times, keeping heads, arms, and legs inside the vehicle. Hang on to your belongings, hold on, and if you have any emergencies or require assistance, pull on the red cord. I'll be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Now, this soundstage has a semi-permanent set. It always looks like a train station in here, but the productions that rent it out can change everything about it. The signage, the decorations, the colors. Right now, it's getting set up for a Universal commercial. So you see it's a Universal Metro Transit station set in San Francisco. Oh, there seems to be a little tremor. Do not worry, these are coming in California. We'll get you out of here safely in a few short moments. Okay, it's a little shorter than anticipated. Please remain seated, remain calm, and listen up. The only way we're gonna safely get out of here is if you keep your belt ground open.
Then it's gonna reverse. See, it's reversing. That's so good.
hombre, se está regresando, parece right.
Alright, and now we are partially out of the quiet zone. As you know, the studios are located in Southern California. That means weather here is usually very sunny and dry throughout the entire year, which is great for filmmaking. But sometimes we need weather different from sunny and dry. And when that happens, we need to create those weather effects artificially right here in the studio. This area is called Old Mexico, and as we make our way in here with a little bit of thunder and lightning, we're going to show you how we make rain for film and TV. We're going to park right here, and I want you to take a look on the left-hand side, because it's going to start raining in 3, 2, 1. Rain. That effect is created using highly complicated technological systems called sprinklers. They're located on top of the trams and on top of the trees. They shoot water up. Gravity helps it fall down to the ground almost naturally, and that's exactly how we make rain for film and TV. Very simple. We can place the sprinklers strategically so that the camera, the crew, and the director stay dry while all the actors are getting soaked in the rain. And we can make this happen anywhere in the studio, even inside of the sound stages, wherever we need rain. But here in Old Mexico, it's been raining pretty non-stop since 1968, so this area is prone to giant flash floods like that one headed our way right now. Keep your camera straight! That effect is created using air cannons and thousands of gallons of recycled water, and you can see it in the movie Big Fat Liar with Frankie Muniz, Amanda Bynes, and Paul Giamatti here on your screens.
You can't outrun a wildcat! Yeah, we'll see about that.
You can also see the same flash flood in the music video for the song Judas by Lady Gaga, which stars Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead as Judas, and they use this next area for the big dance break. You may also recognize Old Mexico from movies like Nacho Libre with Jack Black, Three Amigos, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. For the movie Maxine with Mia Goth, they turned this area on the left into a little cemetery. That movie was produced by A24. This was the town of Pariah in season 1 or TV shows. A picture car is what we call any vehicle that appears in any movie or TV show. And you might see some of your favorites here, like Bumblebee, Barricade, Dominic Toretto's Charger, Dr. Hammond's Jeep, and many more. But this is also where we house some of our more iconic sets. Here on the right-hand side, the Bates Motel and the Psycho House from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which filmed here in 1960. Oh, and Norman Bates is here. He's the owner and manager of the motel. He looks a little flustered or concerned, maybe helping a guest with some heavy luggage or a midday check-in or check-out. If he comes back out, we'll ask him what's going on. And I think there's rooms available right now. There's a few vacancies. If anyone wants to spend the night here after your day at the theme park, he can help you get settled in. I think he also has some QR codes. We can ask him when he comes back so you can get a discount. So, oh, that's definitely a checkout. I don't think he heard us come in because we're in one of the quiet electric trams, so we're gonna try to equally as quietly get out of here before he, oh, he saw us. Oh, he super saw us. Should we should go, let's go. Luckily the tram's way faster than that Psycho, so we're safe. And we're headed to one of the most impressive sets built here in the studio. This is the airplane crash site set from the movie War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. This set features a real plane. You're gonna see the pieces of a 747 jet that was brought here and destroyed for just one scene in the movie. The scene when Tom Cruise and his family attempt to escape their house in the state of New Jersey right after the extraterrestrial invasion begins.
The airplane crash set is perfect set. It's all designed around a vision of Steven. We forget to sit down and talk about War of the Worlds. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good.
You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Okay, I'm closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
After War of the Worlds, the same set can be seen in music videos like Fly by Nicki Minaj and Rihanna, Take It Back by Logic, episodes of Community with Joel McHale, Angie Tribeca with Rashida Jones, Love on Netflix, tons of home insurance commercials, and also recently featured in Ariana Grande's Brighter Days Ahead short film, the portion where she sings Supernatural. Now, we are about 10 minutes away from the end of the tour, a little less. I want to remind you one final time to please remain seated at all times, keeping heads, arms, and legs inside the vehicle. If you have any emergencies or require assistance, pull on the red cord. I'll be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. And now I want to welcome all of you to Jupiter's Claim from Jordan Peele's Nope.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the Winking Well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie from Cherry. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso Experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. Welcome to the world of No.
Before we're actually attacked by some sort of UFO or UAP, I'm gonna say goodbye to Jupiter's Claim, and we're gonna say hello to that giant blue wall. That area is called False Lake on the right-hand side as we exit here. False Lake is the blue wall in the area right in front of it, and while right now that just looks like a giant parking lot filled with trucks, this is actually where we film productions filled with special effects. Movies like Inception, Hunger Games Catching Fire, Dunkirk, Bumblebee, Top Gun Maverick, and many other incredible features are filmed right there. The blue wall can be digitally replaced using CGI, computer-generated imagery, and turned into anything you can imagine. The area in front of the wall is a giant concrete pit we can fill with millions of gallons of water. It takes about 3 days to fill up the pit. When it's filled, it works kind of like a wave pool at a water park. And we can use it to recreate the ocean, a river, a lake. For example, this area was used as the Hudson River in New York City for the movie Sully, directed by Clint Eastwood, starring Tom Hanks, and based on real events.
Evacuate.
For these scenes here, we filled the pit with water, brought in the real plane and all the actors, and then digitally replaced the wall with images of the New York City skyline, the New Jersey skyline, and the sky itself to recreate these scenes from real life as faithfully to real life as possible. But that blue wall and the pit were actually built in the year 1987 for the movie Jaws: The Revenge, the fourth movie in the Jaws saga. Before False Lake was built, there was actually a little tiny natural pond there, this pond here on your screens, which was used for the movie Psycho when Norman Bates tried to get rid of the evidence of his crime by dumping Marion's car in the water. Spoiler alert, that did not work out for him. But here you can see it, the first movie to ever film in False Lake once it was built. The thing about Jaws: The Revenge is that it filmed in 1987, and the thing about 1987 is that CGI did not exist yet. So, when the wall was built, it was built as a freestanding backdrop that would cover the views of the San Fernando Valley and that we could paint things onto. So for this movie, all those clouds in the sky were hand-painted onto the wall. You'll see a few other productions that filmed in front of the wall using different techniques like CGI and miniatures. But right now, we're saying goodbye to the fantasy world of Hollywood and going back to real life. We're headed back to the theme park On behalf of myself, Rayan, I've been your tour guide, our amazing driver, Mike, and all of us here at Universal Studios Hollywood, I'd like to thank you for your visit. Now here's an insider tip for all of you. To get the most out of your visits with us, download the official Universal Studios Hollywood app. On it, you can check out wait times, show times, and get up-to-the-minute park information. I want to thank our annual pass members for being here. Thank you. If you're not an annual pass member, check out Universal Box Office. See how you can upgrade so you can keep coming back again and again. And speaking of coming back again and again, plan to come back this April and May for our all-new event, Universal Fan Fest Nights, where we celebrate the best of sci-fi, fantasy, anime, and gaming, all your favorite franchises, every event night, all in one place. For info and tickets, check out universalstudioshollywood.com. Now, we're almost back to Tram Plaza, where our journey began, and we're just waiting to get a parking spot assigned. So right now, we're at a beautiful overlook of the San Fernando Valley. It's a little hazy today, but from here, you can see portions of the studio we don't get to see. Those big square buildings back there are the newest sound stages in the studio. That's where Ariana Grande filmed Brighter Days Ahead. That's where Taylor Swift and Post Malone filmed Fortnite. Also where Hacks seasons 1, 2, and 3 were filmed. And then beyond that, you'll see a bunch of beige buildings with rounded tops. That's Warner Brothers Studio with their iconic water tower there. And then behind Warner Brothers, there's a green area that has one single They're so cool.
Hey, before we go, I'd like to sing you a little song I made up. I was just 5 years old. It's called Tramtastic. We had a real good time together, but now the ride is done. We saw some crazy cool stuff, and we had a lot of fun. This tram has made its final stop, but don't be sad and blue, 'cause there's still one more thing that I'd like to say to you. Have a tramtastic day. Have a tramtastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Come on, have a tramtastic day. Have a tramtastic night. Just watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Just the dads now, and everything will be alright. Just the moms, and everything will be alright. Just Jaws. Okay, have a tramtastic day. Have a tramtastic night. Just watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Yeah, thank you for coming to the Universal Tour, everybody. Get home safe.
Now, as we make our way back to Tram Plaza in a moment, the lovely Studio Tour ambassadors will be opening all those gates on the left. Watch your arms and legs as the gates come up. Watch your step as you exit the tram. And you'll be able to drop your 3D glasses in the silver and blue bins you're going to see on the left inside as well. Once we're there, if you have any questions about the studio, the tour, sets, productions, movie making in general,